And this is a story that may actually come across as one of the most shocking cases of police negligence and insensitivity. A 10-year-old girl, an alleged rape victim, was kept behind bars at a police station in Bulandshahr in Uttar Pradesh. This child was allegedly raped by a 24-year-old man in her village. She went to the women's police station with her mother to lodge an FIR, and what followed the next morning is nothing short of barbaric. The girl's mother claims that she was driven away from the police station and asked to leave her daughter behind. She says that the 10-year-old was then thrown into the lockup, which is where she was found by the media sometime later. Let's go over to Anand Zanane, who joins us on the phone line for more on this absolutely horrifying story. Anand, first take us over the details of what we know happened and then tell us how the police could have acted like this. Is there any explanation that could justify it? Is there any explanation that they have given?
Well, perhaps there is no explanation for this, Kajori, which is why heads have already begun to roll. The station officer of this particular women's police station in the Bulandshahr district has already been transferred out, and more heads could roll. And what we see on our screens essentially is perhaps the most telling image of how minors, and in this case a victim, an alleged victim of rape, has been handled by our police force when they try to reach out to them for help. And this particular girl, she's a 10-year-old Dalit girl. She was accompanied by her mother to the police station this morning after the medical examination. And it's when this girl was perhaps locked up in this makeshift cell. It doesn't look like a traditional cell in a police station. Instead of bars, you on your screen see some kind of a grill, and this girl was locked in that particular room, and there was no lock on the particular door. But yes, the fact that a girl was kept into confinement in a police station is in fact a very shocking thing to actually happen to that little girl. And this is a girl who's barely 10 years old, and as soon as the news of this particular incident traveled, the local media landed up over there and they captured this horrific sight on camera. This was later shown to the district SP, who has now decided to transfer the station officer. The station officer was not there at the spot when this took place. There were four other women, two of them were sub-inspectors, two of them were constables. And when the media did question them about the fact that this girl should not ideally be inside the lockup, they asked them to contact the station officer and senior police officials. So we always talk about the fact that there has to be a heightened sense of gender sensitivity, especially at a women's police station, Kajori. But clearly, that was really not happening at this particular police station in Bulandshahr. And when this was brought to the notice of the ADG Law and Order, he also contacted the district SP and demanded swift action against all those women police officers and constables posted at the Mahila Police Thana in Bulandshahr. Kajori?
Anand, that sounds like an absolutely terrifying litany. It sounds like one terrible act compounded by another. Has the child now been released and taken to her parents?
Well, as we speak, the child is still in the police station, Kajori. Our local reporter is present there, and he is giving us the information that none of the relatives of the child are there. She has been taken out of this so-called cell and made to sit on a bench just outside it, and so far there is no news of where her mother is and whether any other relatives have actually turned up at the police station. Also, the fact that the main accused in this particular case of this alleged rape with this girl is still on the run. He's a 24-year-old man, and no significant progress has been made as far as the investigation, and that is also concerned. The medical examination report is also awaited, which will confirm the fact that whether this girl was really raped or not. And essentially, the response of the local police is perhaps what has been very shocking, which is why now a swift action is being taken, because time and again the state government, especially the Akhilesh Yadav government, is criticized about the fact that, especially the opposition, that it is anti-Dalit, and this particular case would be political fodder for someone like Mayawati or the BSP, because they have been constantly making these allegations against the state government that the government is insensitive to the plight of the Dalits in the state. So that is something that could happen, in the future as well. A lot of political mudslinging normally happens when incidents like these are reported from across the state, and we haven't heard from somebody from the political establishment and the government. But most definitely this is something which is extremely embarrassing for the government also, because time and again Akhilesh Yadav in press conference after press conference has been reassuring people that his government is sensitive and doesn't really have any sort of a caste bias as far as dealing with cases like this are concerned.
Right, thank you for joining us with that report. Anant, it is one of the most shocking stories that we've ever reported of a young rape victim, a 10-year-old child being treated with remarkable amounts of callousness, insensitivity, almost criminal negligence by the Uttar Pradesh Bulandshahr police.